Now we're live.
All right.
Let's go, baby.
Tim, you have such a dull background now.
Because he's streaming from his prison cell.
Yeah. Cell block 6, baby.
And look, he has his jumpers on. So his orange jumpers. He's in Maricopa County Jail right now. So if anybody wants to donate some money,
At least he doesn't have to wear pink anymore.
Is that better?
Okay, so what I want you guys to do is I want you guys all to Ryan Boos in the chat. What up, Boos? What we're gonna do is I want all you guys to go to Armsports Entertainment on like your phone if you need to or whatever, and share it on your Facebook this live. So go to the video and just share it. All right. Let's get some people in here.
Is there a share button here?
Okay, cool. Share, copy link. Let's get some people in here.
Oh, there we go. So you just directly copied the link?
You could do that, or you could just share. It gives you an option to share it on your Facebook. I copied the link. That way I can put it on my Instagram.
What are we talking about, boys?
We're sharing this. We're sharing this so everybody can actually see that we're online right now.
Yes, old man. I already did that.
Damn.
Well, I don't know how to do that yet, so I'm still figuring it out.
Got him. I was going to say, old man, that's perfect.
All right, I'm done.
You guys are faster than me. I'm going to be done in 2.5 seconds.
Still don't see anything. Where are y'all sharing this?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, I got it. I got it. I see it now.
All right. We got 2 people in the chat. Once again, let's get those numbers up. We are live. All right. We'll give it one more minute and then we will get started. I think this is the closest to on time that I got a live started. Let's go.
Well, that's what happens when you have a real life. It's kind of tough.
4 people, let's go. What up, Jody? Just passing through on my way.
What's up, Jody?
That was your I'm not gonna say it. I was gonna say that's your paid friend, isn't it?
Ouch.
Okay. So once again, thank you all very much for joining this live. What this is about is on November 23rd here in Cave Creek, Arizona, Armsports Entertainment, along with a few sponsors that we'd like to shout out, will be throwing a massive event for Arizona arm wrestlers. It is what we would like to call Supermatch Series 1, because we're sure that this is going to happen again. First of many, but it is going to be held at Harold's. It's just called Harold's. Forgive me, Steve, but what, barbecue or saloon or something like that?
Just Harold's, I believe. I think it might be Harold's Saloon, but everyone just calls it Harold's. Danny is the owner over there. He is basically the mayor of Cave Creek without being the mayor of Cave Creek. So everybody knows him. He's a great dude. He has been so kind to share his facility with us. As well as, this huge event's going to be amazing, man. He's really looking forward to it. And if all goes well, which we're expecting, like you said, this is number 1. Let's keep it going.
Right. So we're very grateful to Harold's for having us. We'd also like to give a huge shout out to our sponsors, which I'm going to show here on our screen. huge shout out to Morgan and Christy over at Game Day in North Scottsdale. Huge, massive help, great people. They do a slew of things. Dr. Chris, I think we've all seen him, and I can speak wonders about the man. He's great at what he does. High Country Arm Wrestling, thanks for joining us. Yo, yo. Huge shout out to Michaela and everybody over at Fuel IV, Karen, Lance, all the techs over there. I have become now addicted to getting an IV once a month because I look so forward to the benefits.
Yes, sir.
If you use discount code Armsport, you'll get 15% off your first bag. So please go over there and hit them up. And then lastly, I'm going to pass over to Steve West to talk about our main sponsor.
So IDD is our main sponsor. That would be Kathy Laymeyer over there. They do a lot of work with disabled kids, and they've just been so fantastic as like a mother umbrella sponsor over Game Day and Fuel IV. So Kathy, we just want to say thank you so much for everything and all your support. Kathy, Christy, Morgan, and Michaela are all also working on getting more sponsors for this event because it's a huge opportunity for any small businesses, especially if you're in the Valley. With this sponsorship, we're going to have sponsorship spots for every single individual that has a company that would like to sponsor in between matches. Okay, so I believe we're going to have close to 30 super matches in total. Those sponsorships are going to come along with obviously a shout out at the main event at Harold's. It's going to be also a shout out on our live stream on our YouTube. So a lot of recognition, if you will. We're going to give you guys some Armsports entertainment gear, as well as some VIP seating at the front of Harold's so you guys can watch the event. And, we're definitely going to be working on that for a while now.
Yes, we're going to have tents up. Basically, the whole back end of Harold's is going to be an arm wrestling mania. It is going to be they've had cornhole in the past and said that they had a lot of people, and I just can't wait to show them what actually a lot of people looks like. So
yes, sir.
Very excited for this event. There's a lot of hands involved in making this happen. So once again, we wanted to make this not only to shout them out, but also kind of shed some light on what to expect, because Arizona has a lot of events that are being thrown, and we just want it to be clear, the premiere of what is, okay? We are flying out referees so that there is no bias, so that there is no Arizona referee that you have to worry about, okay? We are working diligently with, and this is big news, so hold on to your britches, but we are working hand in hand with the guys from California that run the North versus South events. And being that this event that we're doing here at Harold's is tailored after the North versus South business model, if you will, or model, if you will, we are going to be tying that to them eventually. Now, I'm still waiting to talk with Kane and Josh on whether or not we're going to use the winners from the past year that just happened, or whether or not we're going to use the winners from this coming North versus South. Okay. Yep. But nonetheless, the idea is Cam, Justin, John, good to see y'all. Thanks for coming. The idea is to get this nationwide and to get multiple states behind this. This was Josh and Kane's original idea. And if we can be a part of growing that idea, then we're more than happy to do so, especially considering Arizona. This is a long time coming from Arizona. You know me, I've done some super match events in the past under Armtillery, but having that guy right there completely changes the game. We're able to do a lot of things now. And also thank you to this guy who is able to be a pretty face. No.
He's blushing.
The connections are everything in arm wrestling, and Steve has no shortage of that. And obviously, huge thanks to this guy who will be taking a lot of pictures, a lot of videos during that day. We are still working to bring you the highest level of production. Who that is a surprise as of right now, but just know that we're talking the works. When it comes to live, a YouTube video that's going to come out in the near future after the event, interviews, commentary, you name it, it is going to be in this event. So we're very excited to bring you that level of production. There will be, so I'm going to go over some of the constituents, some of the small details of this event, and then we'll kind of all get tied into it here and there. But realistically, there are no weigh-ins. There are no weigh-ins to this event. There aren't necessarily based off of weight or ranks of weight as much as they are experience and strength. All four of us are very familiar with the arm wrestling scene in Arizona and who is who and what they can bring to the table. No pun intended. So with that being said, we've tried to match these up based on what we feel like will be the most exciting matches and the best matches. And some of them are already matches that were set prior to this event that already had, I don't want to say bad blood, but in due time coming. So it was a great opportunity for us to use this. You can tell me, Tim, with that being the case, would we have any reason to submit this to heirs?
It depends if it falls into the weight, sure.
Right.
So I mean, with Aries, you're talking from 198 to 220, right? So if someone's 205 and someone's 220, yeah, that's getting submitted to the 220 class.
Yeah.
So as long as each match falls within that 20 pounds,
yeah,
it will be submitted. And if they don't, then they won't.
Yeah. And
or they still will be submitted. It will just be submitted to the higher weight category.
Right.
So say I'm 220, you're 185, and you beat me, or I beat you, that's getting submitted to the 220 class.
Right. It's whoever the heavier competitor would be.
Yeah, correct.
Right. So just keep that in mind. There's some opportunity there for anybody that's interested in that kind of thing. But once again, if there's no weight, then it doesn't necessarily make sense for that kind of thing. Just keep that in mind. This is more of an entertainment event more than it is a ranking event or rating event. But along with that, I will say this is how it's going to go. We're going to have the super matches that will lead up to a main event. Okay. All of your super matches will take place, best of 5, and then your main event will take place, okay? At the end of the main event, we're going to take a small break, and then we're going to end up with a single elimination overalls tournament for all the winners that won their super match, okay? I'm going to say that, okay. Hold on. Legendary Bulkin. Me and Eric agreed to pull a 220. We're weighing in at his place the day before. You guys do. You guys do you.
Do you,
bro?
So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna say one more time. What was I just saying? Lost my train of thought.
Single elimination.
Overalls.
Yes. Okay. So we're gonna go through all the super matches, best of 5. We're gonna run through them fast because we got a lot. We got 30 plus super matches. So we're gonna bing bang boom them. We're gonna have that main event. We're gonna have all the pullers behind there. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be massive. And then after, we're gonna do a single eliminate. We're gonna give the winner of the main event a chance to breathe and break, because there's a chance that he does very well in the overalls. So give him a chance to breathe and break. We'll do a small shout out to some people. We'll jump into our single elimination tournament, okay, where we are going to have all the winners from their super matches compete and get down to one top dog, okay? And that guy is the man in Arizona. Let it be known. This is 30 super matches. That's almost... No, that is, well, not necessarily, because there's some of the same competitors right and left-handed, but we're talking almost 50 to 60 arm wrestlers in Arizona getting a super match. That's it. I mean, I also want to make it very clear to everybody that's watching this or that will watch this. We tried very hard to make sure every arm wrestler from Arizona was invited and a part of this event.
Got to thank this guy right there.
We did
a lot
our
of that, man.
So I want you to know very clearly that if you are not a part of this event, it is on you. That is it. We wanted to burn or break bridges. We wanted to transcend Arizona arm wrestling. We wanted it to unify. That was the whole point of this event. And that's fine because we're still doing it. But just make it known that if you're not, and you think that for any reason someone's not showing up because of this or that, Let it be known here from the source, everybody was invited to this event to be a part of it. And if I forgot about you, please know that it wasn't personal. You can DM me and I'll get you a match. I'll make sure it happens. But we know what we're talking about, okay? So let that be said, okay? But I'm very excited about this top dog idea and the person that's going to come out on top. Tim, sorry.
Yeah, I just wanted to touch on that before we move further. One, it's right-handed only for the overall single elimination.
Thank you.
And then I believe we decided, because we are not doing weight, we can't really go off the heaviest to the lightest. So I think it's a random draw.
Okay.
So I'll have Corey Miller's system up. I'll enter everybody's name. It'll be a single elimination, and I'll hit randomize 3 times or 1 time, whatever it is, whatever we decide. Everybody will be looking at the screen, and that's what it's going to be.
Boom.
So it's not going to be heavy versus light. It's literally going to be random because we're not doing weigh-ins.
Right.
You heard it here first, and thank you for reminding us that it will be right-handed. Now, I will say there's a big left-handed match on this card, John Carlson versus Michael Lydon, both the winners of the most recent 2 Arizona tournaments left-handed. Very excited about this match, but I will say if it comes down to, John Carlson's by any means the last person, he has the opportunity to arm wrestle right-handed, but then he can ask the person, whoever's there, if they want to arm wrestle left-handed. Not that it's going to mean anything.
For sure.
But if they want to do that, obviously we're not taking away. I don't want us to feel like the left-handed bullies, okay, just because we're not doing an overalls left-handed. There's just not enough matches left-handed on the card to make it make sense. Please put that down. Please put that down.
I mean, we got a left-handed champion right up here at Mr. Olympia, don't we?
I don't know who you're
He's
talking
on
about.
our team.
Let's go. Okay, so let's talk about qualifications. Obviously, you can only participate in this event if you have a super match. This is a super match event. This is not a tournament, okay? So you must have a super match to compete in the single elimination tournament. You can't be in the crowd, be who's who, and think that you're going to be put into the single elimination tournament just because you showed up, but you didn't partake in a super match. I don't care who you are. I don't care if John Brzezink's there.
Right.
Let it be known, okay? You're not getting into the single elimination tournament if you didn't compete in a super match. I'll pull right. I get that, man. Okay, cool. Shout out to John Carlson. I forgot he was in the
Good
chat.
stuff, John.
Yeah.
Well, as an example, then, like Cody Addison is my left-hand match, right? But if he beats me left-hand, then he will have the opportunity, because he had a super match, to pull right-handed in the elimination.
Correct.
Perfect.
I just want to ask a question real quick because I don't know. I haven't seen most of these matches. That's you, John.
Which we are going to go over on this live, by the way. Stay tuned. I am going to go over them.
Is there certain people that are pulling left and right hand?
Yes.
And if that's the case, if they win both of those, is the left-handed winner, is he able to say my opponent can have it, or is it just you?
For the left-handed?
So, like, say if he wins right-handed and he wins left-handed.
Okay, so like Cody Nelson is a good example. He has both right and left-handed
If
matches.
he wins left and right, is he able to pick one person that he beat to enter it, or are we not doing that? It's just him.
Just him.
Okay, I just want to make
Gotta
that
win the
known.
match.
I want to make that known now that if you're a double winner, you don't just get to let your opponent in.
Aussie
Winners
arm
only.
wrestler.
There are no participation trophies here, my friends.
No, Aussie arm wrestler has a point, by the way.
What do you say?
Shout out to.
It's because I was just on his live giving him shit for not coming to Washington State. Anyways,
Shout out to Jake, man. All right. Obviously, you cannot participate in the single elimination tournament unless you have a super match. You can only participate. Yes. Okay. Went over that. And once again, we are going to get it down to one guy. That's the idea. Okay. So all the matches are going to be best of 5. We're going to take a small break after all the matches to give you a little breather, and then we're going to jump into that single elimination tournament, okay? All the winners, it doesn't matter. Once you've won your super match, I want to make this clear, you've now qualified for what I'm about to say. But that doesn't have anything to do with the single elimination tournament. If you win your super match, you now are qualified to go on to arm wrestle someone at the North versus South. It does not matter how you do in the single elimination tournament. Single elimination tournaments for fun. It's just for us to find out who it is, who's got the gig.
to touch on that real quick, Kane will be in the house.
Let's go.
And from my understanding, to backtrack a little bit, I'm pretty sure that we are going off of the last winners, because the reason for him to be there is, okay, say you win your match, he's already looking up opponents for you.
Gotcha.
And we're going to match together as we go. So we will know some of these matches by the night's over.
Yes. And also, with that being said, I wish there were more kid matches that we can do, because they have a bad, like 16 and 17, a couple 16, 17-year-olds that I think won their matches. Like Elijah Colazzo, I'm pretty sure. That little dude is a bad dude. And I think he's like 17, 16, 17.
Canberra, 17.
That's true. That's true. I like that. I like where your head's at, Steve. Just a huge shout out to everybody that's joined us. We got 26 people on the live. We appreciate you very much. If you could just share this, throw some biceps up in the group chat for the chat, just for the algorithm. Tell Tim how good he smells, all those kind of things. We appreciate you so much. Let's see what else we got. Now, I do want to go over some promotional things that we'll be doing. Okay. After this live, every Monday from now on at 6 p.m., we will be doing Armsports Entertainment Live. Okay. Might be 30 minutes, might be 45 minutes, might be an hour, might be an hour and a half, might be 5 hours if we get someone saucy on. No, I'm teasing. But nonetheless, I like Tim's face. But nonetheless, we're going to start bringing you a little bit more content when it comes to us four, and that's going to start with this podcast. So once a week, we'll be coming on here talking about things. Now, obviously, for the foreseeable future leading up to Herald's, a lot of that content is going to be about that. And what I'm about to talk about is we're going to do some live interviews with some of the athletes, some of the bigger matches, if you will. We're going to get them on here. We're going to talk about their match, how they feel about it, to get to build the hype a little bit, right? So be looking forward to that. Every Monday, 6 p.m., we're going to start having some content here, some lives. Who else we got? Pierre, Cam, Brandon Oliver. We appreciate you.
What's up, baby?
Joining. What else we got? We're definitely going to really focus in on the main event, which I am going to announce here of the matches in just a sec. Don't let me forget to do that, boys. We do have this week the flyers being released, so be on the lookout for that. Should be done between Wednesday and Thursday. It will be definitely done by Friday at the very latest, and we're going to have them everywhere that you can imagine for everyone to share. Okay, let's see. Okay. I'm going to go over awards, and then I'm going to announce the matches.
There we go.
Before you do that, I just want to let everybody know, hopefully everybody's on this chat who's polling, which would be great. They will have, I believe they're going to have beverage, full 2 bars outside, and then they're also going to have a full stacked menu all day long. They're bringing in extra staff for the day. So from the time we get there to the time we leave, you shouldn't have to leave for anything. Like, everything's going to be there. We're going to have some music going in between stuff, live interviews. Go ahead.
Now,
And
go ahead.
If you haven't eaten at Harold's, guys, because I know that a lot of pullers are coming from different areas in Arizona, trust, the food is delicious.
It is.
You will not want to leave.
It is. We're probably going to do some, I mean, we haven't really talked about this, but I'm guessing we're going to do some pre-lead up stuff about 10:30 and then get started around noon.
I think we had it at 1 o'clock.
Okay. And we're planning on being out of there before 6 o'clock.
Yep.
Okay. We got a lot of super matches and we got a lot of things that we're going to do, but we are going to be fast and on the money. That is why we're flying out good referees. That's why we all four are working around the clock to make sure that this is organized. It's going to be huge to be able to accomplish in 5 hours, and we're going to do it. Does it cost for spectators to get in? Thank you. It does not cost you to get into the venue, but let it be known here, I will be reaching out to everybody from this week forward. It will be $20 a competitor for this event for you to be participating in. That is literally nothing. That's cheaper than any entry fee that you've ever had.
And what do you get with that?
You're getting a T-shirt of the team that you're going to be getting on, which, thank you, Tim, we're going to get into next. And then you're also going to, wait, what else are they getting?
They're gonna get.
You're also
Go ahead.
getting a medal if you win, a sick
Yeah.
medal. So that's going to help pay for the medals. You're going to get a T-shirt, and then obviously we're helping tie in the whole promotional idea of you having a match against the North versus South guys. Anything else?
That's massive.
Not as of yet. I'm assuming by the time this thing kicks off with what we got going, they're gonna be getting some more stuff.
Yeah,
But I
me
mean,
too.
that's the minimum that they're getting is a free shirt, a quality referee,
The reason why we
production
can't
and everything.
The reason why we can't promise right now is because every match is going to have a different sponsor. So I'm guessing the sponsors are going to offer some type of sponsorship packages.
Right.
We just
Correct.
don't know what those are going to be. So I can't necessarily tell you that you're going to get a new TV with this $20. Right? So just keep in mind, it's cheap, but it still pays for everything that we need. So, shout out to Tom. Thanks, dude. So keep that in mind. I will be reaching out to everybody and collecting lunch money. It's $20 a competitor. That's $40 a super match. If you do have 2 super matches, yes, that's $40. Big deal, right? Let's see.
We'll give you a second shirt.
Yes. Also, let's do this. If you win your super match, the next event, we're going to do something special for you. I don't know what yet, but we're going to do something special for you for your next event, because whether you call the super match, you get to rights on something. I thought about that, but we're going to do something for you. So there's a little bit more incentive there for you to win.
Did you get into what a little bit of the package looks like for that single elimination overall champion?
No, I want to make sure that I really touch on that. But what we were talking about before on what team and the whole T-shirt thing. So this Thursday, we are going to be having a live. Specifically, this will only be for this Thursday, but we're going to do a live draft for all the competitors. And not all the competitors are going to be on here. Me and Tim and maybe Steve are going to be on here. But we're going to do a live draft and split everybody into 2. Team Game Day, Team Fuel IV. And that's what T-shirt you will get. And that's where participate on what team you'll get. It's similar to North versus South, North team versus South team. And then the winner of the whole team was going to get like a cup, okay, or something along those lines, a prize for the team, okay? Now, what is that?
Oh, my team's winning for sure. It's easy.
Well, and this is the beautiful thing. It is team captain here, Mr. Python John himself, and team captain here, Mr. TT himself. And it's just going to go to show, we'll see whose team wins, because it's going to show who knows Arizona best.
That's right.
Just going to get spicy.
Just a fair warning. I believe my wife just pulled in the door with it. Probably an angry kid. So if there's a little bit of crying, I might have to relocate here in a sec.
All good.
Or that. So very excited for the live draft. Make sure that you tune in for that. Me and Tim are going to be, it'll take about an hour, but we're going to go tit for tat. One of us will choose, and then it'll rotate. And then we'll find out who's going to be on what team. Okay. Realistically, that's, again, just for fun. It's not really going to mean too much other than the fact that my team's going to win.
Who has number 1 picked? How do we decide that?
I don't know. We'll figure that out on Thursday. Maybe a Rochambeau. I don't know. But what Tim was talking about, prize package. So you will receive a medal. Benji Mack, what up? Benji Mack was at the North versus South. Good man.
What's up, Benji?
You will receive a medal of some sort, or a medallion, or a token, or something cool if you win your super match. Okay? That then gives you the opportunity to move on to the single elimination tournament, where the winner of the single elimination tournament will get as such a free one-time Fuel IV bag. So yes, we give you a free Fuel IV bag on us. One time, you choose your scheduling, and we'll make it work for you. Okay.
Up to a $275.
Yeah,
worth.
like a $200, almost a $300 value just in that alone. Okay. They're going to do a free testosterone clinic, a free panel at the testosterone clinic from game day, if necessary. And they're also going to do a 1 month free trial for you of whatever you end up choosing, whether it be testosterone, Clomid, whatever you end up finding out that works for you. But the people at game day are willing to work with you on that. So that's very cool. We're going to get an engraved trophy that states you're the man of Arizona. At least for this year, you are, right?
And mind you all also, when it comes to game day and what they're going to do with the panel, the blood panel, testosterone's fantastic. Peptides are fantastic. If you don't need those things, I would still take advantage of this, opportunity, because they're going to go over everything when it comes to your health. How is your cholesterol? How is your iron levels? All that good stuff. It has been so superior, really paramount to where we have gotten in this sport. So definitely take advantage of that one.
And thank you for mentioning that. Obviously, it's not just testosterone and Clomid. I just think of those because that's what they specialize in, but they have a slew of other recovery programs and things that they work with and work on that are very specific to what arm wrestlers would need. Trust me. Okay. You're going to get a $100 gift card to Amazon. You're going to get an Armsports Entertainment apparel package. So you're going to get a hoodie, you're going to get a t-shirt, you're going to get a bag. Tim's going to make us like a full-on Stanley for you. I'm teasing. I don't know. But we've got
two entries, free entries, one into Washington State, one into Arizona State.
For
that's
2020
for both hands, not just one.
Right. So that's 2024 Washington State, and next year's 2025 Arizona State. You will get free entry both right.
Between the entries and the sweatshirt and the bag and the t-shirt is right around the $300 value.
Just in that. So altogether, we're talking about $1,000 value.
Yeah. Easily.
Yeah.
Easily. Okay.
And that has nothing to do, again, with what transpired throughout the day with all these sponsors being there. This package could very easily, for this top dog, get up to $2,500. Like realistically, it can turn into a sponsor for you, your own personal sponsor. If one of these people just dig the way you are, the way you act, the way you pull, how strong you are, they could want to make you your athlete. You don't know what could happen this day.
100%, man. I mean, that's how it happened for us, if we're being honest. We just met the right people, we had the right connections, we had good relationships, and they believed in what we're doing here. So that's why, again, I just want to shout out once more to our sponsors, Fuel IV, IDD, Game Day Men's Health, how much they've helped and supported us. And who knows, you could be the next person that they support as well.
Yeah. And I can't tell you how many, basically every single arm wrestling tournament that I've ever been to that has an overalls, and that overalls is hyped the very last match, someone puts $100 on the table. Some random rich dude just comes up and is like, here's $100 and puts it on the table.
Right.
That random rich guy is that guy right there.
Louis B. He doesn't stop working. Look at him. He's in the office now.
So just let it be known.
He's bringing the Benjamins, baby. He's bringing the Benjamins.
There's a lot of winnings for that top dog. Okay. Now, I've gone over a lot. Thank you, everyone, for sticking with us. We appreciate you. Now I will get into announcing these matches. Okay. So we are going to go over what we have thus far, and we are going to go over potentials, and we are going to go over what we think is going to be match of the day, I think. Okay, kick things off. The man, the myth himself, below me, Mr. Steve West, will be having two super matches, right-handed against Clayton Merrick and left-handed against Mr. Cody Addison. Clayton Merrick and Steve have had a super match in the works for quite some time. It just hasn't come to fruition. Obviously, us here three favorite our boy, and we do feel like he's got the takeaway on this one, but should be a good match. And left-handed Cody Addison did say he wanted the smoke. So we're going to give it to him, right, Steve?
That's right. Looking forward to it. I love both those guys, man. They're great competitors. I think it's going to be a great match on both ends. Clayton, I've been owing this one to you for a long time now, man. I know that he got that belt done, the 198-pound belt that Clayton, spent his own personal money on to make. And I think that he's putting that belt up on this match, the best of 5 too. So really looking forward to it, guys.
It's awesome. Also on the card is going to be the man, the myth, the Armsports Entertainment founder himself, TT. Going to be the co-main event, or it will be the first match of the day, whatever Tim wants, because he's going
First match of the day.
All right, so we'll just get it like popping right off rip, and Tim versus Wayne Arsenal, right-handed.
Man,
Yes, we did. I do feel like this has the potential to be match of the day. I do feel like both of these guys are like mysteries. Like you don't know, you know not to underestimate them, but you just never know what you're going to get and what to expect. Tim has recent wins over Alex Beziaskov, Daniel Worley, Caleb Ricks. Did
Jordan
very
Sills.
well. Did Jordan Sill has was very dominant at Colorado State against his win at Chuck Young. Sorry about that. So once again, you got to think he'd be the favorite, but Wayne is absolutely no slouch. If not the top three, if not one of the strongest people in Arizona on the right hand, for sure, without question. So definitely interested in seeing that match. TT, how do you think?
I'm ready.
In true dad bod form, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Okay. And then lastly from this, so Lewis will not be competing at this event. Lastly for this event, I do have a super match against Eric Wolf, left-handed. Now, this is for fun. Me and Eric have gone back and forth. I have a win on him. He has a win on me in tournaments. So it's time for me to whoop that ass, Eric. I'm getting to the straps and you're over with. But Eric's obviously my good friend. I'm looking forward to the match. He did ask me for that match, so I was happy to oblige. So once again, I'll probably do that second right after Tim so we can get over and done with, because me and him are going to be on the mics for the rest of the day. I'm going to fly through the rest because majority of them are not involved here in this podcast. But Tim Costello versus Stefan Milne, right-handed, long
Excited
time.
for that one.
Very exciting, big dudes.
Yeah, big
long
boy
time.
there.
Yeah. Cody Addison, who we mentioned on the left hand versus Steve, will be taking on Cody Nelson, right-handed. So a battle of the Codys, and I'm very excited for this match for our good friend Cody Nelson.
Absolutely.
Edo, who I believe is still in the chat, good on you, is going to be taking on Eric Wolf, right-handed. It looks like at the catch weight of 220 pounds. So that will be a banger. We'll probably save that towards the end. Dustin Poston versus S.A. Droopy. We've got
That's going to be a good one.
That's going to be a good hook match. We're going to be inside on that one without question. Johnny Nazik versus Spencer Samore on the right hand. Now, Johnny specifically wanted some redemption on this match because he took an L to Spencer at the USA Fit Games. So once again, there's, I don't want to say bad blood because both of these guys love each other. They're good dudes, but there's a lot of hype behind this match. Definitely going to be one of the better matches, I think, if Johnny stops the match. I think it's going to be a good one. Lawrence Boyer versus Dino Muslik, right-handed, call out by Dino.
Okay.
Octavian versus Cambrell on the left hand. I could probably watch those guys go 25 rounds in a row and never get bored of it.
It's awesome. It's fantastic watching them.
Both
that's going to be. I'm really looking forward to that one because Cambrell has become leaps and bounds as far as his left arm just recently. It's just ridiculous. And of course, excuse me. Yeah, it's going to be a good one. Left arm, of course, I'm going to be paying attention to that. I love to watch both of them pull. It'll definitely be an inside game there, I think.
For sure.
Interesting.
But you're the only one that pulls senior grandmasters, so I don't think they're going to pull them anytime soon.
That's going to be a long time. What else we got? I'm really excited for these matches. Okay. Cody Nelson, I mentioned, has a right-handed match against Cody Addison, but on his left hand, who he's no slouch on the left, is getting to pull Mr. Ayo, baby. Let's go, baby. Greg Brown TV.
Oh, man.
On the left hand.
Let's go.
And then to spice it up even further, Greg Brown on the right hand is going to pull Cody's best friend, Ron Flanick.
Oh my God.
That's
going to be fireworks at the table.
That is going to be a good one.
That is going to be my favorite match.
Fireworks at the table.
Get Greg Brown in this chat. Both of them are very excited about this match. If you've never seen Ron Flanick at the table, prepare yourself.
Ron or Greg, they're going to be in the highlight reels for sure.
Yeah, so that will definitely be towards the end of the evening, or maybe we put that right in the center, right in the guts, because that one, you just say those two guys, and you know something fun is going to happen. So very excited for those two guys to get together. Matthew Bustamante, also from Tucson, will be taking on Johnny Nazik, but on the left hand. That's going to be a good match. They had a good turnout, Arizona State against each other. So that's going to be a good match. We've got a Zane Loudon, new dude. Looks like a surfer with the backwards hat and the long hair, but the boy trains. The boy is working. He is obsessed with the sport right now, and I love to see it. He's going to be going up right-handed against a gentleman named David Nestor, who not a whole lot of us are familiar with. He did compete at the State Fair this past weekend. He did compete at the Fit Games. So he is seasoned, and apparently they worked out a match together and contacted me. So they've got something in the works. So they know what's up. So excited about that. Speaking of Cambrell, right-handed, is going to be taking on Brandon Oliver.
Excited for that one.
Brandon Oliver did pretty well in the tournament, the State Fair tournament over the weekend. Looked like he enjoyed himself. Also very obsessed with arm wrestling at this time. And I feel like that's just got some I'm trying to think. I want to say Cambrell called Brandon out. I know that there was a call out there, but I couldn't remember who. And I want to say it was Cambrell who wanted the smoke. And I want to say it's because he lost at the USA Fit Games. Tell me if I'm wrong. Someone prove me wrong, but I want to say that's what happened. Now, I will say with that, I do have some potential, some things that I'd still like to see happen. Tim Worth, good friend of Brandon Oliver's. I would love to get you a match, man. I just don't know too much that makes sense. Try to get you Omar. Omar wasn't able to make it. So I just don't really know at your level who I have left. If there's some names or anything, please feel free to reach out to me, but just pay attention to this to make sure that they don't already have a super match. Okay. Going forward, Woodstock versus Kevin Sanchez.
Love it.
Don't know why, but I'm hyped about this match.
They both love arm wrestling. Kevin came back after a broken arm. Woodstock has made so many changes to himself, his body, his physique, and it shows that he's taken this sport very, very seriously. Dude's lost like 25, 30 pounds, I think.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Cambrell, I did call him out. We're 1-1. Love that kid. Just fucking love that kid. Let's go. So, yeah, obviously really excited about Woodstock versus Kevin. Those are two of my homies. That's going to be a right-handed match. That's going to be a good one. We've got from North Phoenix Arms, Brandon Martin is going to be pulling Josue Guerrero from the Hope Church crew. Mm-hmm. Josue just got back from the Olympia and was able to pick up quite a bit of tips, quite a bit of experience with some really good pullers. Was able to spend the weekend with us after pulling at the Airbnb. I mean, I'm big on the two brothers, Isaiah and Josue. I really, once again, you want to talk about obsessed with arm wrestling. Any chance they get, they're doing it. So Josue versus Brandon, that's going to be a good match. That's going to be a right-handed match. We've got Mikhail, my good friend, versus Jesus Mata. Now, that's going to be both right and left-handed.
Okay. Based
on the last time we saw this transpire in Eric's front yard, Jesus was the dominant favorite right hand. Mikhail was the dominant favorite left hand.
Right.
Now, in the meantime, Mikhail did just win first place in his weight class at State Fair over the weekend.
Well, that's great.
And he's also quite heavier now compared to what Jesus used to be. Jesus used to walk around about 200 pounds. He's now closer to 180, 185. Mikhail walks around that 210-ish. 212 to 15 area. But once again, like I said, from a strength output, Jesus is so damn fast, dude.
I was going to say, watch out for that modest speed.
Yeah, I just think that what I said is probably going to transpire. Now, it's a best of 5, so you never know what's going to happen, right? But I think that's going to be a good match. I really do. There is a gentleman from Tucson on the Gorilla Arms named Luis Castaneda, and he has participated in Steve's event on December 9th. I want to say he also pulled at Arizona State. I could be wrong, but he'll be going up against the other Guerrero brother, Isaias. So that's going to be a good match. Both those guys sitting just under 200 pounds, I believe. This one's fun to me. This, once again, holds no weight whatsoever, but I really wanted to get Maximus a match, Pierre's son. This is going to be a left-handed match against the Paul Mata, the Mata dad. Paul Mata's down to pull whoever. He don't care.
Always.
And definitely wanted him to be a part of the event. I love that dude. And
Absolutely.
when it comes to making it a match, call me silly, but I'm taking Max left-handed. I think he can. I definitely think this is a winnable match. Max has spent a lot of time arm wrestling, spent a lot of time training over the last 6 months. He's become obsessed. He's a big kid. He's over 6 foot, I think now. He's put on quite a bit of weight. His hand's huge. He is left-handed. So, yeah, I mean, Paul, I hope you're training your left hand a little bit because the kid is coming to take your arm off, man. So that'll be a fun match. We've got also from Tucson, his name's Anthony. Can't remember his last name. Small dude, like 140, 145 pounds. He's going to be taking on Chris Fonseca, who was originally about 140 pounds. He's gained a little bit of weight. I think he's closer to like 160 now. A good arm wrestler, a really good arm wrestler, but once again, another small dude in those smaller weight classes. Going to be a banger because they're both good technical arm wrestlers. So I'm excited for that one. Ben Freeman is going to be pulling Michael Lydon on the right hand. Now, I do believe Michael won against their match at the State Fair this past weekend. But I think Ben won their first match at USA Fit Games off of fouls. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
I got some things to say about the match between them two at the fair, but I'll keep my mouth quiet for now.
Oh man.
Well, I was going to say
somebody may have started like this.
Yeah.
Well, again, this will be that match for them to have everything set right, done right, and we'll kind of see who's really on the top between those two.
Right.
I will say, and we know Ben very well, that him knowing that he's having this match and he can just completely just train for this guy. Ben's gonna come in with some fire, man. I know. I've seen Ben compete a lot. He was just competing in Vegas. He had some good battles against some really good guys, and I'll never count him out, man. So I'm gonna go with Ben on this one.
Once again, it's just a technical thing. You put yourself in the right position to win if you know your opponent. And that's the good thing about super matches is, like Lewis said, you kind of have the opportunity to study a little bit and know what you're getting yourself into, especially if you have history with the guy, which they do.
Shout out to Ben really quick with Arm Combat as well.
Yes.
Because I'm pretty sure that he might end up taking on one of the sponsor spots. We'll see. But, any arm wrestling gear, I mean, he ships it across the country. He's doing a fantastic job.
Yes. Now I am going to mention a few of the left-handed matches that we have. Now I do want to mention one call out because I want everyone to peer pressure him. I'm sorry that I'm going to do this. This is unprofessional of me, but I'm super upset that this match fell out. These two matches that fell out, and I am announcing this for the first time. So if you're watching this and you're a part of the match, I apologize that I haven't reached out to you. I just felt like this would be the best way to do it. I will reach out to you after this event. But Celso Harros is now fallen out of his super matches. So he will no longer be Donald. Perfect timing. He will no longer be pulling Donald Mata right-handed, which we were very excited for. That was going to be Celso versus Donald. Right now, I'm still waiting to get Donald a match. We'd very much like him to be a part of this event. But once again, the kid's a stud. So it's got to make sense. Celso was that stud, young stud, up and coming, apparently has a family event he's got to make. We were going to throw him to the wolves and give him Rad Rob left-handed. And both of them agreed. Celso thinks he was going to whoop his ass. Just kidding. I'm teasing. But nonetheless, Celso has committed to something else that's happened. So yes, Celso is now out of the event. I am looking to get Donald Mata and Rad Rob a match. Rad Rob is not pulling right-handed, and I don't think Donald is too interested in pulling left-handed. So once again, there's a little bit of a configuration issue there. I would like to get it worked out, but you're hearing it here first. If you have Celso's number, text him and tell him that he wants to come instead of hanging out with his family. Let's see. Left-handed matches, a few of them that we have. Joseph Morento, Mr. Superman himself, is going to be taking on our boy, D'Anthony Miller, on the left hand.
Wow.
I know what you're all thinking, that Joseph is just this invincible man. But on the left,
there's a lane.
There's something there on the left. I know it. I've seen it. Okay. Now, once again, best of 5, there's a lot that can happen. D'Anthony's training his left. I know he is because he knows about this. Let's go. I'm excited about this. Also on the left, speaking of Michael Lydon, has been talking an insurmountable amount of shit to a certain King of Arizona on the left hand. So we will be having a showdown of the two winners of their left-handed. Well, I don't know. Was there? I don't know if there was an overalls at the state fair, but basically Michael Lydon whooped everybody's ass left-handed. He was the man left-handed at the state fair. Okay, let it be known. John Carlson couldn't make it, but prior to that event, at the last event, John Carlson was the man left-handed. So we gonna see. We gonna put them together and we gonna see. It's gonna be a good one. It's definitely gonna be the most exciting left-handed match of the day. But these guys are gonna make it a good one. And all respect there, obviously. On the left hand, I want to say that's it. There might be one more with Longbeard Sanchez and Leander Bird. I'm going to leave it up to them whether they want to pull left-handed and right-handed, but they're originally scheduled right-handed. We've got a few more right. Oh, no, left-handed. Sid Gotti, Julius Blair.
Love it.
Yep.
Love it. Can't wait to see that one.
I think Julius is the overwhelming underdog. So we need to get him in to some of our training practices so he'll whoop Sid's ass.
Left arm, you think he's the underdog?
I do. Now, they've also already had a small super match left-handed in my backyard. Forgive me, I forget who won that. But one time, Sid's left was better than his right. And if you ask most people, Julius's left is better than his right, but I think it's just because Julius is so damn strong in both hands that it makes it seem like that way when he's probably pretty balanced.
I do want to mention real quick. Of course,
you guys keep going. Give me 2 minutes.
Yes,
we're still trying to figure out a match possibly for Rudy Reina.
Yes,
he's from the Corpus Christi area, so he used to train with my hometown team. He does live out here.
He accepted Aaron Schiermeyer.
Okay, well, that's a left arm match.
Yes, so, you're right.
Okay,
let me add that. Because you have this guy's last name, like however you just said it, like really, really Hispanic. So I'm gonna
it's kind of the way you say it when you are Hispanic, John.
That's why I said that, because you can say it the right way. You said Aaron. I said Aaron Schiermeyer versus Rudy
Reina, Reyna Junior.
CCR. Oh, Junior, my bad.
Yeah, and yeah, he still flies the CCR and flag. He'll definitely be wearing his jersey.
That shit.
I will definitely, at least during his match, I'm gonna be his corner man. So I want to make sure to be there, give him some tips. I love Aaron. Aaron's a cool guy. I've pulled against him too. His left arm is no joke. Much respect to both of them, but I'll have to go with my Texas guy, so I'll be in his corner for that match.
I love it. Last and can you hear him crying? Here he comes. Do you hear Daddy's voice?
He's pooping.
Oh, he's pooping. Beautiful. Even better.
There you go.
My man. I'm doing the same thing right now.
I have to go get more out of the car.
Do you need help? Okay. The main event.
John said, "You need some help? I'll call somebody."
Yeah. I'll go get the neighbor.
Oh, wow, perfect timing.
Chaos right before I announce the main event. Let me go in the room here and close the door.
You stop pinching that kid?
He's just dying, clearly. He's going to be fine. He's just hungry. Hungry or poopy. Okay, your main event of the evening. A huge one. Aaron Blevins from Tucson.
Yes.
Going up against Joseph Moranto on the right hand.
I can't wait to see that one.
Fucking Aaron's ready, dude.
You think so?
I love the fire in that dude.
That's awesome.
Having a personal conversation with that dude is a one of a kind when he's motivated and when he wants something. And yeah, I do. I think he can take Joseph's hand. Now, whether that comes of anything, we'll see. Because when we get in the straps tell no lies. And
True.
now you're tied to a very strong human being that is a freak of nature.
That I like to call a pocket-sized Captain America.
Captain America, Superman, whatever you want to call it, but built of granite. He's like barely legal enough to drink. It makes absolutely no sense how strong Joseph is, but very
incredible.
Very, very excited about that match. So once again, we've got a lot to look forward to. I've mentioned a lot. I'm sure there's still more to come. We've got a month, a little bit longer before this all takes place. So we've got a lot of potential. Once again, I will reiterate that I'm going to be reaching out to everybody that I just mentioned to get this thing moving forward. So I'm shooting for, live Thursday. And then Monday, we do an interview with a few people. We get it going. And every week you have something promotionally to look forward when it comes to this event. This is going to be Arizona's biggest event in quite some time. Very excited about it. My teammates here are working very hard to make sure that we all do what's set the standard, if you will. We're gonna set the standard. We're gonna let it be known. Well, there goes Steve.
I was gonna say I'm definitely looking forward to this event mainly because there are a lot more arm wrestlers in Arizona than you actually can really see on the surface. And I know there's been a lot of rivalries. They're definitely friendly. Sometimes maybe not so friendly. But this gives all those people an opportunity to finally go head to head. In a good setting, good refs, proper production. And I even think after this event, some new rivalries are gonna kind of develop. So we're gonna have some new things develop, and it's gonna be interesting. They can just carry over, and we'll see where it goes from there.
Yes, I do also want to announce that in starting after Herald's, most likely the first week of December, the week of Washington State, we will be releasing a membership for Armsports Entertainment's YouTube. It will be a training package, essentially, where we will be offering videos from some of your favorite athletes across the nation, across the world, obviously us four, and we're going to be offering not personal training, but training tips and training videos from a lot of these pros and from ourselves that are going to help you guys in your journey. Once again, that's going to be starting in December.
And there'll be a lot of behind the scenes that maybe some stuff and some interviews that you guys don't get a chance to see from some of these top athletes, say at an Airbnb, just talking and pulling privately on a table. And certain things like that we're going to get trickled from guys from around the world that maybe you want to, work on something. And if you're part of this membership and you're like, hey, I've always wanted to learn how to do this and that, we have the capabilities to show you these things along with some higher elite people as well that will post what they do for it, not only just for us, but these other people.
And then not only that, but we all know Tim is getting invited to King of the Tables and East versus West. So he's going to have a lot of behind the scenes footage and stuff that he'll be able to capture on his personal journeys when he goes out there to referee and to be a part of. He even goes out to Knuckles Up. He goes to everything. Fucking dude. He never sees his kids. So once again, we're just really excited. Armsports has a lot of things that we're willing to bring you. And here soon, we just have a lot of things in the works, and they're all arm wrestling. And once again, when you talk about the standard and when you talk about Premier, Arm Sports Entertainment should be at the top of that because of how much we care about arm wrestling. So let that be known, and also let it be known that morals will never become second to arm wrestling. This is a family, and what we do, we all love each other. We love everybody in Arizona, and we want everyone to unify and be a part of this. Right on the
100%.
hour mark. Let's go. Anybody got anything before I shut this down?
I might have to before we
thing
get
again.
these guns out.
Put those away.
Okay.
Illegal.
Tim, put those
He's
away.
trying to take those out. Oh, the left
Illegal.
almost looked bigger than the right.
Once again, a huge shout out to Fuel
Can't see
IV,
'em.
North Scottsdale Game Day, IDD, Kathy, Michaela, Morgan, Christy. We love you. Thank you all. Shout out to everybody that's got a super match that's coming up November 23rd. Shout out to everybody over at Arm Sports Entertainment.
And every single athlete, November 23rd, huge opportunity. Bring your A game, baby. Let's go.
Big time. We'll see you guys next time.
See you.